2 days ago, chat, I uploaded this video on Infinity Nikki called Red-Handed Botting Fake Reviews. Specifically in that video, there was mention of certain players that weren't receiving their daily login rewards for the VIP, their membership that they purchased due to an update that was rolled out by Infold themselves that was preventing them, inhibiting them from logging into the game. So they paid for a membership, a daily recurring income is given as part of that membership, and as a direct result of the update, they were unable to log in and actually redeem those rewards. So they're paying for a product they cannot receive the items for, and it isn't their fault. In this instance, they were essentially told that it was their fault. I cover everything in the video I did, so if you're interested in learning more about it, go ahead and check out that video. And then, as of the last 24 hours, apparently, or maybe more than 24 hours, but apparently in the last day or so, they have begun to send out what they are claiming are compensation. Check your mail. I had the monthly gifts and weekly gains active during the update and was able to log in. I received these in the mail today, hoping that everyone who had it active are able to log in, receive something similar for all your missed days. This is a given thing that should be happening, but likely took time to figure out all the players affected. If they are properly addressing this issue, I'm really glad they've decided to take this step. I'm rooting for them to get their So there are people on the subreddit that are saying, yay, we're getting compensation, because they are labeling it as compensation. And hear me out, is it actually compensation when these are the rewards you should have been getting since you were paying for them anyway? Or are you just receiving the missed currency? That's not compensation, right? That is where this thread comes in. 13 hours ago. This is not compensation. I want to make something clear. For the recent in-game mail, some individuals have been receiving for their missed monthly gifts due to the broken 1.5 update. This is not compensation. The definition of compensation is something, typically money, awarded to someone as a recompense for loss, injury, or suffering. It doesn't necessarily need to be money. It can be in the form of like an item or a gift or food or tickets for something. Just compensation is anything of value that can be awarded to someone as recompense. Now that we have that out of the way, understand that these are the goods that someone has paid for that was essentially delayed due to their incompetence with releasing a broken update. I am a little shocked to see so many people patting Infold on the back for this move and running to change their reviews positive and start making purchases. I have a problem. Oh my God, no way. Oh, that's crazy. No way. So people, oh, they're like, yay. We're getting compensation for our issues in the form of what we were supposed to get after having paid for it. Let's go change our 1-star review to 5-star. Has it helped at all? Nope. Chat, it's still right there. It goes up between 1.4 to 1.5 every single day. They just return what they failed to give. Yes, exactly. Is this a joke? Right? Doesn't it feel like it? They did not communicate any of this goodwill, if you want to call it that, to the player's impact. For myself, I missed out on 5 days due to the broken update and have not received compensation for my missed gifts. They would have communicated this, saying that they're working on compensation for impacted players. It's going to be in waves and happening over the next few weeks. Could have rest assured knowing I'm likely just some time away and my time. Wait, did they not actually, hold on. Did they not address this on their Twitter either? Winner for their giveaway, event, outfit. Dude, they didn't even address it. Wow, okay. This was likely not their original plan, as this only came to fruition after thousands of players pointed to their local laws and FTC stating this was illegal. We do not speak up for ourselves in the community at large. We will be pushed around. Which, once again, chat, earlier today I did a video on how there are a lot of people that are trying to take Infold either to court or trying to get them in trouble with local laws, local authorities due to what they're doing with the game. I covered that, all of that, and suddenly out of nowhere, the devs started, not necessarily reimbursing, but sending out what players had been requesting for quite some time now. It does seem a little bit like a coincidence. Wait, people are running to change their reviews to positive and are starting to buy things just because Infold reimbursed customers for a product they didn't receive? The bare minimum for corporations? Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. The girl cut isn't even about this specifically, as the other major points have yet to be addressed. Still, yes, exactly. This is something that came after the 1.5 fiasco that Infold has to make right by law. Exactly. I saw some of the posts yesterday praising Infold and it blew my mind. Previously, they were in essence telling people, well, you should have been playing on more than one platform. Your fault. Goddamn. Now, this entire situation goes so much further. So there was this, they are campaigning now, chat, against the dev, specifically pertaining to version 1.6. They've even made up these cool little documents that are actually super cute, I will point out. 1.5, no empty promises, just empty apologies. Let's wait for 1.6. Girls, we say no to info. Let's girl cut the whole version 1.6. These people, chat, they want to completely boycott the entire update. 1,600 likes. 1.6 preview, the empty pocket season. Let's stay strong, spread the word. We need Info to acknowledge that we're still strong and hopeful. They need to do better than just empty apologies and shut up crystals. 800 likes. So in this one, they state it's early to talk about 1.6. After many empty apologies with evasive answers that don't address anything at all, we need to start talking about the future of the game beyond 1.5. And I feel like sitting around patiently while they write a third empty apology. They go on to state the 220 pity, which was increased. I don't understand why. Costs 26,400 diamonds. It costs almost 30,000 in-game gems, chat, to guarantee the outfit. For comparison, in a Hoyo game, a guaranteed costs 28,800 with the chance of obtaining the full character at any point. Meanwhile, in Nikki, we only get parts. The whole speech about having more pieces to mix and match is full of BS, since the 4-star banners have sets with 8 or 9 pieces, many of which are excellent, including a handheld item. There's a situation with the Star Sea, an empty feature with infantilizing dailies, costly die system. In this thread, we have the outfits. They do not want the outfits to be 11 pieces because, once again, the pity for that is absurd, absolutely asinine. Preserve the game's original story. This is pertaining to the retcon that happened where they decided to completely remove the intro of the game, removing all the story that came with it, all the beautiful cutscenes that came with it, the beautiful outfit that came with it. And then they also replied, in their apology, they said, whoops, we didn't mean to do that, which blew my fucking mind, ensuring that future content adds to the narrative rather than rewriting or removing it. Many of us were deeply disappointed by the erasure of the original intro and the rushed, unpolished state of its replacement. It lacks the narrative care we've come to appreciate and is not something we feel proud to share with new players or our community. So these people are actually, they're legitimately calling for a girl cut of the entire patch. And it looks to me that given the thousands of upvotes, there are probably going to be quite a few people that actually do engage in this, which is really good. But how much that will ultimately impact Infinity Nikki remains to be seen, because I don't know if you guys remember, but they decided during the week that the girl cut was going to take place, they held a login event that would essentially reward you with 1 free poll every day you logged in for 8 entire days. And that was their way of, you know, giving a middle finger to the Infinity Nikki girl cotters that were going to girl cot during that period of time. You got a Nikki ad on YouTube? Here, someone apparently, they really are just using ChatGPT. The AI is AIing. So in this instance, they decided they were going to email the devs about the game, you know, their concerns, what they needed to fix. And this was Infinity Nikki's reply, their actual official reply. Hi, stylist. Thank you. Or at least their supposed reply. I can't see the official like email listed here. I just see the name Infinity Nikki. So maybe they're just doing this for views. I don't know. But what seems to be the official Infinity Nikki Twitter email account. Hi, stylist. Thank you for reaching out to us. We're truly sorry that the recent story and gameplay changes have left you frustrated. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, especially regarding restoring the original story introduction and changing the retcon system. Yeah, I don't know how many of you know what retcon means, but it's not a system that you implement. It's not a feature that is implemented. It is the removal, the erasure of something. Literally disintegrated, deleted everything. So as an example, you can retcon a story, right? And by retconning a story, you remove it from the current story. It makes it null and void. You cannot enhance the retcon system. Something is retconned or something is not retconned. There's nothing in between. Oh, normal player need a retcon system. I don't know. And then provide compensation to players. We've carefully documented these points and made them a priority for the development team to review. Thank you for caring so deeply about the game and holding us to a high standard. You're why we strive to do better, and we won't take your passion for granted. Or regards, Infinity Nikki support team. Thank you. Yeah, what players Infinity Nikki wanted was enhancement of the retcon system, chat. Like typo, I meant recon. Retcon their story, now we're gonna enhance it. What the fuck does it even... And then there are more and more threads like this opening. I've deleted the game and I'm going to miss it. More and more players are quitting. I put hundreds of hours into this game. I really loved it, but with this one update, no fixes or genuine apologies in sight, it's ruined it for me. I spent money, I encourage others to play it, but the bugs, the push for money, absolutely removing the original beginning of the game is too much for me. I was invested in the story. It's not that the new story is bad, but why we entirely remove the lore you have established. Hope one day another game of its kind comes out and embraces what this community is asking for and will pay for, because the concept is amazing. I'll pay $80 for the game, and then for regular updates, no problem, as long as it doesn't go down this road of shame. Shame to those greedy marketing folks that always ruin the fun. I play a lot of video games that came out an absolute trash, but I stuck with them because there was communication about updates and fixes. This is what I was hoping for from Infold. Game deleted. Thanks for reading. I've really enjoyed the Reddit community. And that summarizes a lot of player sentiment over the course of the last couple weeks, chat, which is really sad, honestly, to hear. They're retconning their success. Oh, damn! True. Enhancing retcon means you're gonna retcon more content? Oh my god, please god, no. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.